I'm Stephen Taylor, and thanks for joining me for day 9 of this 10-day drum starter beginner chorus challenge. Now that's a long name, but this is for beginners. This is for people just starting out. It is a mini chorus. It's 10 days long, and it's a challenge. Why is the challenge? What's the challenge part? The challenge is that we show up every day for 10 days. We do 2 things. We watch the lesson, and then we apply it, and we spend at least 10 minutes practicing those concepts on the drum set. If you want to spend longer, that's totally fine, but the goal is 10 minutes. Remember, we're trying to establish the habit of playing the drums every day. And if you go through all 10 days, you're going to know over 20 songs just from these 10 lessons. In this lesson, we're gonna learn 2 different drum fills. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break from learning songs. We've learned a ton of them, and we've got a couple more to learn tomorrow. But we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna learn some concepts, some drum fills, because we've only learned 1 drum fill. We're gonna learn some drum fills that we can use in a lot of different songs. The first one is very simple. It's a classic. You'll use it and hear it in a ton of music. It's called the 8th note build. Now with the 8th note build, you typically want to do it in between 2 sound sources. I usually like to do it between my floor tom and my snare drum. And it's simply going to be 8 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, a couple things about that. Not only did I do the 8th notes here, you heard me do my bass drum on quarter notes. Now you could do the bass drum on 8th notes too, or you don't even have to put the bass drum in there. You can leave it out. That's kind of dealer's choice. But those are a couple of different options. So if we left it down, it'd sound like this. Putting it on quarter notes. Putting it on 8th notes. The second thing you'll notice that I did is I'm using dynamics. Dynamics are going to give the song movement and feel. So what I like to do is go from a soft to a loud. And that's the first drum fill. Now, we've got to integrate it with the rest of our playing. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick a groove that we've learned. It can be Boots and Cats, it can be the money beat, it can be the groove for We Will Rock You, whatever that looks like. I want you to play 1 bar of the drum groove, 1 bar of that fill, crash, and then go back into that drum groove. So I'm gonna play the We Will Rock You groove. 3, 4. Do that with each one of the drum grooves that you learned, and as well, do it between 2 drum grooves. So use the money beat and then Boots and Cats. Let me give you an example of that. That's the first drum fill. Okay, the second drum fill called Around the World. We're still gonna play 8th notes, but we're gonna play 2 8th notes on every drum. Now this is assuming that you have 1 snare drum and 3 toms. If you don't have 1 snare drum and 3 toms, let's say, oh, I only have 2 toms. Well, then we can still play it, it just looks a little bit different. So if you have 3 toms, it's Around the World because we're going around all of them. 2 notes on each, 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. If you only have 2 toms, then we're going to play 2 on the snare, 2 on the tom, 2 on the tom, 2 on the snare. And that's it. It's called Around the World. What do you think I want you to do immediately? Integrate it with the rest of your playing, okay? So let's play the drum beat from every breath you take. And we're going to play 1 measure of the drum beat, then play the drum fill. Some of you may have noticed I put my bass drum in there on quarter notes. You don't have to. You can leave it completely out. That's up to you. But once you get the drum fill, then I would suggest adding the bass drum once you're able to. And boom, you've got 2 more drum fills to add to your arsenal. I can't believe we've been at this 9 days. We've learned almost 20 songs. By day 10, it's going to be over 20 songs. We've learned 3 drum fills, and you're just getting started. The great thing is, though, if you've been doing this for all 9 days, you've now started to establish a mini habit. And growing that habit is very easy. You see, learning the drums is not hard. Establishing the habit to learn the drums, that's the hard part. And that's why I wanted you to go through this. Jump to the link below. I've got this course on my website. You don't have to log in, you don't have to sign up for anything, input your email address. It's just sitting there for you free. And I do that so that it's organized and you can go through it and have everything where you can see what's going on, and also you can mark off as you finish lessons. And then any resources that may be included with this, like the playlist, can be included there. And while you're over there, check out my online drum school, the Drum Better Daily program. It's been running for over 14 years, and there are thousands of drummers just like you. They're trying to better themselves every day. And our motto is 1% better every day. If we can just get 1% better every day, in 100 days, we're gonna be 100% better. Now it's your turn. Go practice this stuff. Then tomorrow, tune in for the last lesson where we're gonna be learning our last song.